Good morning, guys. Today we are discussing the fourth lesson of solid state, that is calculating packing efficiency in different types of cubic unit cells. What is meant by packing efficiency? We have already gone through this word in close packing of particles in crystalline solids. While discussing close packing of particles in crystalline solids, we discussed three stages in close packing. First stage, second stage and third stage. One dimensional, two dimensional and three dimensional. In three dimensional, again two types. Three dimensional square close packing, three dimensional hexagonal close packing. In three dimensional hexagonal close packing, there are again two types. They are AB type of close packing or simple cubic structure. Second one is, AB type of close packing, which is hexagonal close packing. And then second type of hexagonal close packing, we get ABC type of close packing, or it is FCC or CCP close packing. It is also known as FCC or CCP close packing. In SCP close packing or FCC or CCP close packing, the packing efficiency is 74%. That means in the total volume, if the total volume is 100, then 74 is occupied by the particles. If total volume is 100 ml, 74 ml is occupied by the particles. Okay. So what about remaining 26? This remaining 26% is called a void percentage. What are voids? Void is nothing but empty space that exists between the particles when they come close to each other or when they come into contact with each other. As these are treated as spheres, when these come close to each other or when they come into contact with each other, some space will be remain unoccupied. That unoccupied space is called void space. Of course, these voids are of two types, tetrahedral voids and octahedral voids, of course. So 100 minus packing efficiency gives void efficiency or percentage of void space. Okay. Now we will discuss the packing efficiency in crystalline solids, calculation of packing efficiency in different types of cubic crystal unit cells. Okay. So if you take definition of packing efficiency, the percentage of total volume occupied by the particles in a crystal is called packing efficiency. Okay. Then the remaining percentage of volume becomes a void efficiency or void percentage. Okay. Now we will calculate the packing efficiency in simple cubic lattice. We know that in cubic system, three types of unit cells are present: simple cubic unit cell, face centered cubic unit cell, and body centered cubic unit cell. In simple cubic unit cell, all the 8 corners of the cube are occupied by the particles. Okay. And the contribution of each corner particle to one unit cell is 1 by 8. because this particle is surrounded by, or this particle is in contact with the 8 unit cells while forming entire crystal lattice. Okay, right? In simple cubic lattice, 8 corners of the cube are occupied by the particles. Let the edge length of the cube is A and the radius of the particle is R. Radius of the particle is R. Okay. Say these are the two particles at the corners of the cube. So this R is the radius of the above particle and this R is the radius of the below particle. So R plus R, 2R, that becomes equal to edge length A. A is equal to 2R, right? So when A is equal to 2R, what will be the volume of the cubic unit cell? What is the formula of volume of cube? It is A cube, that is side cube. As A is equal to 2R, that becomes equal to 2R whole cube, which is equal to 8R. Now we will calculate the packing efficiency. How to calculate packing efficiency? The formula of the packing efficiency is total volume of the particle in the unit cell by volume of the cubic unit cell into 100. We calculated volume of the cubic unit cell, simple cubic unit cell. Now we have to calculate the total volume of the particles in the unit cell. As the particle is taken as a sphere, the volume of each particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. The volume of sphere is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of the sphere. So the volume of each particle is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube. And in simple cubic unit cell, effective number of atoms is 1. How it is calculated? We already discussed that the corner particle is shared by 8 unit cells. So for each unit cell, its contribution is 1 by 8. As 8 particles are present at 8 corners, 8 into 1 by 8, that becomes 1. So effective number of atoms in simple cubic unit cell is 1 and its volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Therefore, packing efficiency is equal to 1 into 4 by 3 pi r cube by volume of the cubic unit cell, 8 r cube into 100. Okay, right, that is equal to 4 by 3 pi into 1 by 8 into 100, r cube cancel out, or that is equal to 22 by 7 into 100 by 6. 4 goes 2 times in 8, 3 into 2, 6. So 22 by 7 into 100 by 6, that is equal to 52.38%. Okay. So when packing efficiency in simple cubic unit cell is 52.38%, then what is the void efficiency in simple cubic unit cell? Okay, that is equal to 100 minus 52.38%. 52.38%. 100 minus 52.38%. That is nearly 47.6%. Nearly 47.6%. I am taking 52.38 as 52.4%. So void efficiency is 47.6%. Okay, so this is calculation of packing efficiency and void efficiency in simple cubic unit cell. Okay, now we will go to the next part of our discussion, that is calculating packing efficiency in face centered cubic unit cell. So packing efficiency in face centered cubic unit cell. Right. So this is unit cell, that is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. This is the cubic unit cell. And here at the corner of A and at corner of C, two particles are present. And of course, in the face center A, B, C, D, another particle is present. So, three particles we observe on the face diagonal. AC is called face diagonal. AC is called face diagonal. Why it is called face diagonal? Okay, it joins the corners of the face. A, B, C, D is one face. E and C are opposite corners, and opposite corners are joined by a line on which three spheres are present. Corner spheres contribute one radius and middle layer contributes 2 radii. Okay. So AC becomes equal to R plus 2R plus R, that is 4R. Right? I think you might have understood about face of unit cell and the face diagonal of unit cell, how the particles lie on the face in FCC unit cell, right? Okay. In FCC unit cell, 8 particles are at 8 corners and 6 particles are at 6 face centers, right? We are taking one face, A, B, C, D. Next, let the edge length of cube is A. Edge length of cube is A. In the triangle ACD, ACD is right angle triangle. In the right angle triangle, according to Pythagoras theorem, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. Here hypotenuse is AC. Therefore, AC square is equal to AD square, which is one side, plus DC square, which is another side. AC square is equal to AD square plus DC square. Okay. AC square is equal to A square plus A square. AD is equal to edge length A and DC is also edge length small a. So small a square plus small a square, that is equal to 2a square. AC square is equal to 2a square. AC is equal to, take a square root of 2a square, that becomes root 2a. Okay, root 2a. AC is equal to root 2a. That means AC is called face diagonal. So face diagonal length is equal to root 2a. We can directly calculate the face diagonal length if edge length is given. Okay, face diagonal length is equal to edge length into root 2 or edge length into 1.414. Okay, if edge length is given, we can directly get a face diagonal length by multiplying it with 1.414. But AC is equal to 4R. We have already discussed it. AC becomes equal to 4R. Therefore, 4R is equal to root 2e. Therefore, 4R is equal to root 2e. A is equal to 4R by root 2. Or 4 can be written as 2 into 2 into R. Okay, by root 2. That is equal to, or A is equal to 2 root 2 R. A is equal to 2 root 2 R. Okay, edge length A is equal to 2 root 2 R. Or radius of the particle is equal to A by 2 root 2. That means if A is given, radius of the particle in FCC can be calculated as R is equal to A by 2 root 2 or 1 by 2 root 2. 1 by 2 root 2 becomes 0.3535. So R is equal to 0.3535A. Radius of the particle in FCC is equal to A by 2 root 2 or 1 by 2 root 2 is equal to 0.3535. So 0.3535A. If edge length is given, we can directly calculate the radius of the particle by multiplying that edge length with 0.3535. Okay. So this formula is important for IIT or MSET or NEET. Okay. If you remember that formula, you can easily get the answer within small time. Okay. Time. Right. Our aim is to calculate packing efficiency in FCC. Volume of the unit cell is equal to A cube, and we know that A is equal to 2 root 2 R. Therefore, volume of the unit cell is equal to 2 root 2 R whole cube. 2 root 2 R whole cube. Okay. That is equal to 16 root 2 R cube. This is the volume of the unit cell. We know that packing efficiency is equal to volume of the particles in one unit cell by volume of unit cell into 100. Okay. So, to calculate the volume occupied by the particles, we require the effective number of atoms present per unit cell. The effective number of atoms in FCC unit cell is equal to 4. How we get this number 4? In FCC unit cell, 8 corners are occupied by 8 particles. So the contribution of 8 particles to one unit cell is equal to 8 into 1 by 8. That is 1. And 6 face centers are occupied by 6 particles. The contribution of each face centered particle is 1 by 2. As 6 faces are present, 6 into 1 by 2. 6 into 1 by 2. That is equal to 3. So contribution from face centered points is 3. Contribution from corner points is 1. So total number of particles will be 1 plus 3. That is equal to 4. So effective number of atoms in FCC unit cell is 4. Okay. Next, therefore, the total volume of the particles in one unit cell will be 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay. 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. Because the volume of each particle is 4 by 3 pi r cube, as particle is treated as a sphere. 4 by 3 pi r cube is formula for the volume of the sphere, where r is the radius of the particle. So total volume of the particles in one FCC unit cell is 4 into 4 by 3 pi r cube. And total volume of the unit cell is 16 root 2 r cube into 100. Okay. R cube cancel out. Right. That is equal to 16 by 3 pi by 16 root 2 into 100. Or 16 by 3 pi into 1 by 16 root 2 into 100. 16 cancel out. Okay. So pi means 22 by 7 by 3 into root 2 value 1.414 into 100. Right. So if we simplify this one, we will get 74.08% or nearly 74%. So packing efficiency in face centered cubic unit cell is 74%. Then what about void efficiency? Void efficiency is 100 minus 74. That is 26%. Okay. I must said that you might have clear in calculating the packing efficiency in FCC cubic unit cell. Okay. Next, we will go to the third type of unit cell, that is body centered cubic unit cell. Body centered cubic unit cell contains 8 particles at 8 corners and 1 particle at the body center. Okay. In body centered cubic unit cell, 8 particles are at 8 corners and 1 particle is at the body center. How will you get a body center? If we take a cube as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, here if we join the corners F and A, we will get a body diagonal. Why it is called body diagonal? Because it will be in the bulk of the unit cell. We won't see or we can't join the opposite corners like A and F. Okay, if we join those two corners, we will get a line that is called body diagonal. In the same way, if we join G and D, we will get another body diagonal. If we join H and C, we will get another body diagonal. If we join E and B, we will get another body diagonal. Okay. So in a cube, we can draw 4 body diagonals. If these 4 body diagonals, if we draw 4 body diagonals, they meet at a point. That point becomes body center of cubic unit cell. Body center of cubic unit cell. So in body centered cubic unit cell, 8 particles are at 8 corners and 1 particle is at the body center. Right? Next, in the diagram, let the edge length of a cube is A. Then in the diagram FD, in the diagram FD, in the diagram FD is face diagonal and FA is body diagonal. We already calculated that face diagonal length as root 2a. So FD is equal to root 2a. Next, triangle FDA. Triangle FDA is right angle triangle. As it is right angle triangle, we can apply Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That is FA square is equal to FD square, that is one side, and AD square, that is another side. Of course, AD is the edge length A and FD is root 2a. By substituting these values, FA square is equal to root 2a whole square plus a square, that is equal to 2a square plus a square, that is equal to 3a square. FA is equal to under root 3a square, that becomes root 3a. Okay, FA square is equal to 3a square. Therefore, FA is equal to root 3a. In BCC type unit cell, body diagonal length FA is equal to root 3a. That means using this formula, if A is given, we can directly calculate body diagonal length. Okay, formula for body diagonal length is equal to root 3a or 1.732. The value of root 3 is 1.732. So body diagonal length is 1.732 into a. That means edge length is given. We can calculate body diagonal length directly by multiplying the edge length with 1.732. Okay, this is another important formula. But in the diagram, FA becomes equal to R plus 2R plus R, R plus 2R plus R, okay, 4R. FA is equal to 4R, but FA is equal to root 3A. Therefore, root 3A is equal to 4R or A is equal to 4 by root 3R. Okay. Next, from this, R becomes equal to root 3A by 4. That means radius of particle in BCC is equal to root 3 by 4A. Root 3 is equal to 1.732. 1.732 by 4 is equal to 1.732 by 4 is equal to 0. I think it is 0.433. So by directly multiplying side length with 0.433, we get the radius of the particle in BCC. This is another important formula we have to remember. Okay. Next. So as A is equal to 4 by root 3R, as A is equal to 4 by root 3R, volume of the unit cell A cube is equal to volume of the cubic unit cell A cube is equal to 4 by root 3R whole cube. 4 by root 3R whole cube. Effective number of atoms in BCC unit cell is equal to 2. How we will get this number 2? In body-centered cubic unit cell, 8 corners are occupied by 8 particles and one is at the body center. So the contribution of corner particle is 8 into 1 by 8, that is equal to 1, and body-centered particle is its share is 1 for unit cell. Okay, it cannot shared by other unit cells, so it completely belongs to one unit cell, so its share is 1. So from corner points the contribution is 1, and from the body centered point it is 1. So 1 plus 1, 2, right? So volume of the particles in BCC unit cell is equal to 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, where 4 by 3 pi r cube is volume of each particle. As there are 2 particles, total volume of the particles in BCC unit cell is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cube. 2 by 3 pi r cube, right? Next, packing efficiency is equal to total volume of the particles in one unit cell by total volume of unit cell into 100. Substituting total volume 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube and total volume 4 by root 3 r whole cube, we will get 2 into 4 by 3 pi r cube by 4 by root 3 r whole cube into 100, or that is equal to 8 by 3 pi r cube by 64 by 3 root 3 r cube into 100. R cube cancel out. Okay. So 8 by 3 into pi into 3 root 3 by 64 into 100. Okay. 3 cancel out. 8 goes 8 times in 64. So 22 by 7 into root 3 by 8 into 100. By simplifying, we will get it as 68.04. Okay, 22 by 7 into root 3 value 1.732 by 8 into 100. Okay, so So on simplifying, we will get it as 68.04% or nearly 68%. Okay. So packing efficiency in BCC unit cell is 68%. Okay. Then what about void efficiency? 100 minus 68. 100 minus 68, that is 32%. 32% will be the void efficiency in BCC unit cell. Okay. Right. Next, we will go to the next part of our discussion. We already calculated the packing efficiency in different types of unit cells. Now, how to get the formula, how to derive the formula for the density of a unit cell, any type of unit cell. How to derive the formula for the density of a cubic unit cell. Okay. Right. Density of a cubic unit cell. We know that density is equal to total mass by total volume. Density is equal to mass by volume. Right. First we have to keep that formula in our mind. Later, the edge length of unit cell is equal to A, small a. Molar mass of substance is equal to capital M. Mass of each atom is equal to small m. What is meant by molar mass? Molar mass is nothing but the mass of Avogadro's number of particles. What is the value of Avogadro's number? 6.023 into 10 power 23. That means the mass of 6.023 into 10 power 23 particles is equal to capital M. So that is about molar mass. That is the meaning of a molar mass. Okay. We'll go to the next part of our discussion. Volume of the unit cell is equal to, as edge length of a unit cell is A, volume of unit cell is equal to A cube. Mass of the unit cell is equal to effective number of atoms in unit cell into mass of each atom. Okay. What is meant by effective number of atoms in unit cell? It is the total number of atoms that belong to one unit cell by calculating with the contribution of different types of particles. Okay. It is denoted by Z. So effective number of atoms in unit cell is equal to Z, and M is the mass of each atom. So Z into M becomes mass of the unit cell. Next, mass of an atom present in unit cell, small m, is equal to capital M by N naught. Capital M is the molar mass and N naught is the Avogadro's number. M is the mass of Avogadro's number of atoms. Okay, so mass of each atom is capital M by N naught, where N naught is the Avogadro's number. So we know the formula of density. Okay, density of unit cell is equal to total mass of the unit cell by volume of the unit cell. Okay, therefore total mass of the unit cell is equal to Z into M. Total volume is A cube, or small m, mass of each atom, small m, is equal to M by N naught. By substituting capital M by N naught in place of small m, rho is equal to Z by A cube into capital M by N naught. Right? Therefore, density is equal to Z into M by N naught into A cube. Okay? If we take the letters in the formula of density, once again, Z is equal to effective number of atoms in unit cell, M is the molar mass, N naught is the Avogadro's number, A is equal to the edge length of the unit cell. Okay? So the Z value we know for different unit cells. For simple cubic unit cell, Z value is 1. For face-centered cubic unit cell, Z value is 4. For body-centered cubic unit cell, Z value is 2. And if the substance is given, okay, we can calculate M. Right? M is molar mass. If the solid is formed by atoms, this becomes equal to atomic mass. Okay? If the solid is made by molecules, okay, then it will be the molecular mass. If the solid crystal is an ionic substance, then capital M becomes the formula mass. Okay, because in ionic substances only ions are present, ion pairs are present, but not molecules. So instead of molecular weight, we take it as a formula weight, right? Okay, so if Z, M, N0 and A values are given, we can calculate density of a given unit cell. So this is density of a cubic unit cell. So in today's class, we discussed the calculation of packing efficiency in different types of cubic unit cells, and we derived formula for the density of a cubic unit cell. Okay.